welcome. My name is 𝐒𝐿𝐲, and I'm your host of Miami-Real-Estate.tv. Today we're back with our episode 3 special guest, Dora Puig. I have a feeling she's going to be a regular on the show because she has so many amazing listings, not only in Miami Beach, but in Miami as well. And today that's exactly where we're at. We're on the Miami side in Edgewater, Miami. It's a neighborhood just north of downtown in Brickell. And we're kind of across the street from Margaret Pace Park, which is an 8-acre park along the water, along Biscayne Bay here. And check out these views from this amazing penthouse at Paramount Bay. Well, welcome back, Dora. We're here at Paramount Bay in one of 8 penthouses with these amazing rooftop decks. Tell us about it.
Well, I'm happy to be back on your video show. We crossed the beach, the bridge from Miami Beach to Miami, to what I think is the trophy penthouse on the Miami side. Paramount Bay was the first building in Edgewater that really spearheaded luxury in the Edgewater area. There were 8 very special penthouses in this building, of which had private rooftop decks. And this was by far the biggest. You have over 3,000 square feet of fabulous entertaining spaces with surround views of all Miami, both city and obviously a ton of water. Yeah, this penthouse was built for entertaining. You were telling me earlier off camera what the potential is for this big rooftop terrace. You said it's over 3,000 exterior square feet. So what is possible up here? What has been done? Up here has been a venue for major entertaining. They've had from wedding parties. They've had very elaborate dinner parties with movie theater, movie night on the big wall. They've had covered party entertaining as well. During the pre-construction sales of this building, when Lenny Kravitz completely reimagined the building and did all the public spaces, it took off. This penthouse was the 𝐿 penthouse, where during Art Basel, 5 different top designers did each room in the penthouse. Wow. And they featured and showcased their work. That's amazing. I never knew that. I never knew that. Yes, they do this once a year, and this was obviously the highest sale in the building at the time. Fabulous. And the interiors? The interior square footage is 4,500 square feet. You've got 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, and it encompasses the whole floor. The owner is European, and he has incredible taste, big art collector. So he brought in a very, very fine interior designer from Belgium. They're called R&R Interiors, and they did all the interior living spaces. And as you mentioned earlier, we're in Edgewater, we're in South Edgewater, we're on 20th and North Bayshore Drive. One thing I wanted to point out is that you have a park across the street here, so there's no chance of these views ever being obstructed. These are views forever. This is the Margaret Pace Park, which is government property. 8 acres. 8 acres of playground for young people. And right there we have the historic Venetian Island Bridge, which is also going nowhere. It sits on the National Register of Historic Bridges, and it makes a great avenue for cycling, jogging, people on segways, mommies on rollerblades with their getting in shape, and they all take that bridge right into South Beach and then right back home. So now that we've learned all about the outdoor space, let's go check out the inside. Come on, follow me. So here we are in the living room. What I love most about this is all the natural light. There's so many windows in here. How high are these ceilings? These ceilings are between 9.5 and 10 feet because the designer played with the lighting and certain ceilings that are dropped and others that are not. I see the sound system up below, so that's throughout the house? Yes, they have surround sound in the penthouse. And you were talking about the windows and the light. You have 360-degree views here, both of city, bay, and ocean. So there's no room in the house without a window, except the spectacular foyer when you walk in. In the foyer of this gentleman's penthouse, it is like a private art gallery. It's huge. It's got 2 elevators that enter it, so you don't wait. And he has his own little private art gallery in there. And you were mentioning earlier about the master bedroom, how that has an amazing view as well. I'm going to take you into the master in a little bit, but you will see that the views will not be covered. There was a new building built next to it. In fact, when you look down to it, because it doesn't reach the 43rd floor in this building, when you look down to it, you do not see air conditioning towers anymore. You now see a rooftop pool.
Yeah, that building recently topped off, didn't it?
Yes, so the building actually makes our view better when you're looking south.
And then another point of interest on that side off the master is LSA, which is a building that recently was completed. They're waiting for their TCO, but that building architecturally is one of the most stunning buildings in the Miami skyline.
Well, it's the wonderful part about 𝐒𝐿𝐍𝐓 and Edgewater is that from his master suite, it sort of became mini Manhattan on the north part of Edgewater. And 𝐒𝐿𝐍𝐓, which is one of our newest towers here in Edgewater, is like a sculpture.
It is.
So you're looking at a beautiful sculpture from the master suite here.
And the kitchen, can you tell me about that?
Well, they had R&R design concepts from Belgium, completely do everything custom. It's a combination of white lacquer. It's got a rare slab marble. I don't know the name of the marble, but I know it's Italian. It's all book matched. And you have the matching mosaic on the backsplash. And then the island is for wine collectors. He's got wine refrigerators there, a coffee bar, and the doors are metal with a metal grid system. So the whole combination of the gray wood, the white lacquer, and the glass doors with a metal grid system make it really interesting and beautiful.
And this has 4 total bedrooms. So how many on this side of the penthouse and how many on this side?
Well, the interesting thing about this penthouse is that it's, first of all, the whole floor. Second of all, the main penthouse has 3 beautiful bedrooms with ensuite baths. And then he also has a private office off the master that could double up as a kid's bedroom, a massage room, a nanny's room. He uses it as his office. Then separately, through the service elevator in the back, he has a complete guest quarters. And that's with its own private elevator. So this floor actually has 3 elevators that are private, arriving to the penthouse.
And as far as parking spaces, how many parking spaces? And I believe that storage is included as well?
The penthouse comes with 2 parking spaces and there's a ton of valet. He's also has the biggest storage in the building and it's right off his rooftop deck. So it's fantastic to store all of his Italian furniture and put it back out whenever he's going to have guests over or entertain for a party.
Yeah, you had mentioned that people have catering parties out there and that the current owner has done that. And that's a good area to kind of store everything.
The area is so expansive by the storage and it has a separate elevator and staircase coming down for the fire exits, that it's great area to stage the caterers and put your bar and serve there with privacy without cluttering the rest of the rooftop deck.
Fantastic. And Paramount Bay itself, let's discuss the amenities. I know Lenny Kravitz did all the common area spaces, including the lobby.
Well, when the building came out of debt or bankruptcy,
Receivership.
during the meltdown in 2008, I wanted to stay away from that word. The developers hired Lenny Kravitz to do all of the public spaces here. And he did such a magnificent job. It's timeless. It's still beautiful. They haven't had to change it because it was contemporary yet warm. A lot of mid-century modern pieces, a lot of vintage pieces in the lobby. And you have, the lobby alone has lounges, a library. Every elevator vestibule has lounging areas. They have a kids playroom, a teenage kids playroom. They have a giant pool deck that is wonderful for entertaining with little cabanas.
Well, they have the huge one in the back and then they have the
resort pool and then the one in the front. And they also had a movie theater set up on a giant wall by the pool where they were doing movie nights. I know they renovated the pool, so I'm not sure if they're doing it anymore because of COVID.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then they also have a big club room, like a big party room with a kitchen.
Yes.
And that kitchen even has gas stovetop. They have a catering kitchen in the back.
That's in the independent building in the front where the other pool is at. And it's large enough to have a party of 200 people if you have to,
For sure.
with a big private kitchen.
Not that you need it with this penthouse.
Yeah. No, you won't be using that room.
Yeah. Let's go take a look at the master suite.
Let's go. arrived to the master suite where I've told you about the unobstructed views. And since the designer knows he's an avid art collector and likes very open spaces, they opened up the whole master bath into the suite to maintain the views of South Beach, the Biscayne Bay, and the ocean. The whole master bath is completely white. It's very light, great for makeup, lots of natural light. They have white lacquered cabinets and a freestanding trimless tub. You have the shower with a view, open toilet bidet room, and yet another closet.
Fabulous. And we were talking about earlier how the master bedroom, the view from it, you have 𝐒𝐿𝐳 in the background here, and then you have this brand new building across the street, which recently topped off, that has a rooftop pool. So these views on this side are really not going to be obstructed any further.
Yet unobstructed views again, completely protected. This building that was under construction now has improved our view. It's now got a beautiful rooftop pool, green spaces, and you don't look into air conditioning towers. So it's actually improved our view.
And what's back here?
So this is the master bedroom office area that I told you could be used as either another child's room, a nanny's room, a massage room, an office. He chose to use it as an office, and I call it the room with a view.
Magnificent views. Who wouldn't want to work
Southeast
from here?
facing, so you get sun all year round from this area. It's a beautiful place to work.
You can see the port of Miami and all the cruise ships out there.
Originally, this was closed off. He put in a barn door here in glass in case you would like to use this room for privacy. And this is one of the beautiful guest suites, again with curtain wall glass and unobstructed views of the Biscayne Bay and again of South Beach.
So here we have a penthouse that's an entertainer's dream with 7,500 total square feet. What's the price?
The price is $4.9 million, and you get 4,500 square feet of living space, the whole floor, 360-degree views of the prettiest vistas that your eyes can set on in Miami, and what I call the gift, the over 3,000 square feet of rooftop and exterior spaces that you will never find in any of the other buildings.
Yeah, when you talk about luxury condos on the Miami side, there's very few that have exterior square footage like this one.
There's very few that have rooftop decks to start with.
Period. Yep.
And you're getting basically the rooftop deck for free at the pricing that I'm seeing in competing buildings like 𝐒𝐿𝐳 or the Zaha Hadid 1000 Museum Park.
So this is a tremendous value. Just over the bridge on the Miami Beach side, what do you think this property would fetch?
First of all, if you can even find it, it would be a minimum of $15 million, depending on what part of the beach and in what tower it's located in.
For sure, I absolutely agree with that.
So just a 5-minute drive over the bridge, you get a $4.9 million penthouse, the whole floor, 3 elevators, and 360-degree views with the best rooftop deck on the Miami side.
Well, thank you, Dora. Thank you for coming back on the show. It's always a pleasure having you. I'm sure we'll have you on many other shows because you have so many fabulous penthouses around town.
We're busy listing with more coming soon penthouses, but this is by far my best value, and I'm honored that you are having me on your show for your video TV.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's all for now. Thank you for joining. Be sure to join us back next week for another special property. And for those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below.